Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, and the Wolfpack is gathering and starting to howl in Carter Finley Stadium as they are ready to see NC State go to work. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Wolfpack offense comes out to get things started in this one. And there he is. When you have a guy like this, you don't mind building your attack around the running game, guys.
And he's a grown man. There's no doubt about it. This offense runs through him. Everybody gets their emotion, and everything is built on him and around him.
And everybody knows this guy's going to touch the football, and still, defenses can't stop him. He can run through tackles and make big things happen.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Now they'll run it to the right here. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28th.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
He makes the connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Loss of 2. Second down coming up.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The give to the back. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They've got the screen set up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So the Florida State Seminoles offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Gets it to the back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on third.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's going to take off. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Quickly out to the tight end. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Second down coming up. Scanning the field, it's Tillman. Got a man.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll run the option. Plows through the defense. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Release to the back. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the miss, no change in the score. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Pocket starts to collapse. Fires to the tight end. Makes the catch and knocked down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Wants to throw. It's Irvin. Unloads to the wideout. And the third down pass is incomplete. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be fun.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
On second down, he'll fire. Makes his connection. Snowed under by the defense.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Unloads quickly. And tackled there by the defense.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, 3-and-out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking to throw, it's Tillman. Blasted as he lets it go. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
And that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly, and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job.
Oh, it's loose. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. Looking to throw for it. And they got him for the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
We talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Now on third down after that run. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And the Knowles will move the sticks.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Lets it fly on the move. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Now on second down after the incompletion. To the air, it's Tillman. The freshman trying to take a shot, but put just a little too much on it.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Handoff from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And when you run the counter play, you're really hoping to bust that thing inside. You want to fake one direction, pull a guy, kick him out. But you can tell, great job by the defense making that thing bow, go a little bit outside. Now, guess what? All the cavalry's coming. Everybody can run to the football. Everybody gets into play. Nice job by the defense.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. At the 35, he's loose. He'll work his way down to the 28.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give him a first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. The give on the inside.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll run it from the gun. The Wolfpack will get the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it first and goal from the 7, looking for the first score of this game. To the air, it's Irvin. He's got it and still on his feet. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Now on second and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy.
He's going to fire deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. And here comes the offense on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Dropping back, it's Tillman. Spits it out to the back. They're working that left side. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. They go to the ground. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Quarterback just flat, missed it, incomplete.
Yeah, a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense taking away that primary read, making sure they don't make a big play.
Back open in the middle. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He wants to throw. He lets one fly deep. Touchdown, no! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the... And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They need something that goes forward this time on second and long from the 14. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Well, it's a great individual effort by the running back on that last play. It's third and forever. He tried to get his team the first down. Not enough. Let's see what they do on fourth.
And the returner is stopped. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Back to throw, it's Tillman. Just a short pass to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Raleigh. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll leave it with him. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. On the option. He'll pitch it. Oh, what a move! And the runner is down, and so is a flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The offense lining up for a first down play. Back to throw, it's Tillman. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not.
I'm not sure he made it out of the end zone, and it is a safety. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
And the Florida State offense will take over.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to get the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Right back to the well. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Calls his own number. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Looking for a man, it's Tillman. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah, and it was year after year, man. He found so...
Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Coming after him.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. That is no good. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
A loss of 8 yards on the play. 2nd down for the man.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. To throw, it's Irvin. He'll throw it. Got the back over the middle. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll throw it on 1st down. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He's got it. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Now on second down. Direct snap. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to drive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
He'll toss it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it, open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Back to pass, it's Tillman. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. First down here for the offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. They move the tight end all over. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Here on second and short. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Great coverage, great break of the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end, nor the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on third. Looking downfield, it's Tillman. Throws to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. And the Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable in that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They'll try the run. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Off the RPO, complete.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket the slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
They're trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense is just killing it. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury team.
Caught behind the line. It's Morse. He ended up going... play, and they will not convert that third down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Looking to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Shows him the stiff arm. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And the Seminoles send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Looking for a productive play on first down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody Was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the Brain Trust will go to work. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw, it's Irvin. Finds his target down the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. They'll put the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll run play action. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And it's caught! Touchdown, Wolfpack!
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with a big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking downfield, it's Tillman. They're bringing heat. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. The defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. And still a one-point game here, Jesse, and the offense would like to put something together.
No doubt, execution is going to be critical here, David, because with a one-point lead, it just feels like the team that makes the fewest mistakes at this point of the game is going to win.
And it's nice to know that my defense just put a really good stop together, got me the ball back. Now it's go